Welcome to Links 007 TV News Report, providing you with the best in local and international news updates. This is a place where you can get the most reliable and informative news information. Links 007 TV News Report. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is Links 007 TV News Report. We begin the news with a developing story. Suspect in the killing of Spanish Town couple and their son fatally shot by the police. A man was fatally shot by the police in Waterloo, Spanish Town, St. Catherine this morning. The shooting took place during an operation targeting suspects in Tuesday's killing of a couple and their son in the home in their community. Those killed are Omar Wellington, Sharon Francis-Wellington, and Orlando Wellington. The police have stated that a .38 pistol was seized from the deceased man in today's confrontation. The police further stated that a further search of the premises led to the seizure of a .358 Magnum revolver. It is reported that at around 4 a.m. this morning, the police personnel were on operation in the community when the suspect, who goes by the name alias Gaza, was spotted inside a house. It is reported that he challenged the police team and was shot and killed in the exchange. 2 firearms were seized according to the police. The Independent Commission of Investigation has since launched a probe into the matter. The head of the Corporate Communications Unit within the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Ms. Stephanie Lindsay, provided an update in relation to the case.
Good morning. We're here today because just to provide some additional information about the incident that happened today. If you recall, yesterday the police were alerted sometime after 6 of a scene where a family was killed, a mother, father, and a son. Coming out of that investigation, the police did some additional work. We weren't getting much information at the time from the persons that were there. However, we did indicate that the intelligence community and the investigators would look more closely at what happened yesterday to see if we could find some more information that could give us some lead as to why the individuals were killed yesterday. They are still in the process of doing that. However, at this stage, based on the work that they did, they are satisfied that what happened yesterday morning is a continuation of a gang conflict that started sometime in August, where some incident happened, and this yesterday seemed to be a response to what happened then as part of the ongoing gang conflict. So they carried out an operation this morning. It was intelligence-led. Out of that operation, they seized 2 illegal firearms. One person, there was an incident and one person was fatally shot. And 3 persons taken into custody. One of the persons that died in the incident this morning was named yesterday afternoon by the investigators as a person of interest. He was named on the list as Gaza or Gaza man. So the firearm was seized and he, unfortunately, he died during that incident. One of the persons in custody of the 3 is a brother of his, and there are 2 other persons. When they did the assessment, one of the things that the investigators realized, even from what they picked up on the ground, that the likelihood of reprisal for that incident yesterday morning was very imminent. And we saw what happened this morning where the police and the military team that worked the operation actually intercepted what could be another serious incident. Probably they saved some lives by virtue of what they did. They are satisfied that they're on the right path in terms of the leads that they are following. They suspect, based on what they know, that there are other individuals that they are looking for. There's still some other persons that are on the list of names that were sent out as persons of interest. And those persons were named as persons of interest because they believe that they can assist them with the investigation, because the investigators will not stop until they find some closure for the family. that was killed yesterday. So on the list, they're still looking for Demar Williams, that goes by the name Kiki or Kai Kai. They are looking for Buffy. They are also looking for Richie, and these are all aliases because their true names are not yet ascertained by the investigators. They are looking for Othniel Loban, who goes by the name Tickman. And there are two persons of interest who are not residing in Jamaica at the time, but are known to be influencing what's happening in the community. And one goes by the alias Negos and the other Blacks. So those are some individuals that the investigators would want them to make themselves available so that they can have some discussion. And I know that as we share this information, there are individuals in the community who we believe have information that can assist with this investigation. It is very, very important that they get to the police and tell us what they know, because we're not dealing with ordinary individuals. We are dealing with individuals who are willing to go out there and kill teenager, tie up a pregnant female, cut her throat, shot her. These are not ordinary individuals. And based on what is happening, as long as those persons are in the community, then the community is not safe. So we want the members of that community to see themselves as part of the solution. We have to get these guys, and we need to get them very, very quickly. Otherwise, we run the risk of seeing in the community even innocent persons being part of what's happening there, because these criminals are not really concerned about the livelihood and the safety of these individuals. They are all about carrying out their violent acts against persons who they are targeting, the criminal network that is very, very active at the moment. When you look at the intelligence that's available, the best response is for the police to be able to arrest these individuals, and very, very urgently.
That was Ms. Stephanie Lindsay, head of the Corporate Communications Union, providing us with an update in relation to the triple murder that took place in Waterloo, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Continuing the news. St. Anne taxi operator charged for a gun attack on policeman. A St. Anne taxi operator accused of carrying out a gun attack on a policeman along the Irons Mountain Main Road last month has now been charged. The individual is charged with shooting with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony. He is identified as 35-year-old Omar Thomas, otherwise called Rob, of Harrison Town in Ocheria, St. Anne. He was charged on Monday after a question and answer session. On Friday, September the 1st, Thomas was placed on an identification parade and pointed out. His court date is to be finalized. The shooting happened on Tuesday, August the 19th. The police report said that at about 6:30 p.m., the policeman was traveling towards Monique in St. Anne when he observed a white Toyota Axio motor car with flashing headlights behind him. He reportedly pulled over. However, the driver of the Toyota Axio motor car used the vehicle to block the cop's vehicle. The police said that 3 armed men then exited the Toyota Axio motor car and opened fire at the policeman. The cop reportedly took evasive action and returned the fire. The Toyota Axio motor car sped off and crashed into an embankment. The gunman then escaped. The police said that other cops responded to the scene, and Thomas was subsequently found suffering from what appears to be gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he was treated. The police have stated that the search continues for Thomas' accomplices. Continuing the news. Floating ship repair service coming in early 2024 to Jamaica. The German Ship Repair Limited, a joint venture between Jamaica involving German and Turkish interests, will be offering ship repair service from a floating dock in the Kingston Harbour. This follows the delivery of a 215-meter-long Panamax dock to Jamaica 2 weeks ago. The partners of German Ship Repair Limited has so far pumped US $37 million into the first phase of the business. The company itself was registered in 2017, but different partners came on board in subsequent periods. The company also holds a license to operate a special economic zone under the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority. Continuing the news. Jamaica-born US TV anchor Rochelle Boone passed away at age 44 years old. Rochelle Boone, an award-winning reporter and anchor for the New York City TV station NY1, has passed away after battling pancreatic cancer for the past year, the station announced on Tuesday. Boone, 48, died Sunday, NY1 said in a news release. She was a native of Jamaica. Boone joined the all-news station as a reporter covering the borough of Queens in 2002 and moved to the anchor desk with the noon slot in 2021. The station, now owned by Carter Communications, said Boone had a unique ability to connect with New Yorkers through the screen, in person, in a way that made her feel like a trusted friend. Boone was known for her coverage of the city's diverse immigrant communities. She reported on big stories like the Superstorm Sandy and protests following the killing of George Floyd in Minnesota. And she also was a fixture at the celebration, including Brooklyn's annual West Indian American Day Parade and the Times Square New Year's Eve ball drop. Boone won several awards over the course of her career, including a New York Press Club Award for Best Feature Reporting and a New York Emmy Award for her series, New York Unfiltered. After her cancer diagnosis, Boone took a leave from NY1 from June 2022 to March of this year for a grueling series of chemotherapy treatment. But she announced on social media on July 27 that her cancer had taken a turn for the worse. A number of individuals have took to social media just in order to offer their condolences to her family and friends. And we here at Links 007 TV as well just want to take this opportunity just to express our heartfelt and sincere condolences. This has been Links 007 TV News Report. Thanks for watching.